What's in the bag? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Desiac, you've made it. I know you are desperate to know what's in the bag. Yes, I have been digging in a cellar and in an office and in a garage, and we chucked out about 8 boxes of random USB cables, but I brought home all this lot. And I think you're going to appreciate what's in here. M-Audio, absolutely, yes. But, nice as this is, what I will be showing you shortly will make this look like a child's toy. So, where do we start? Tascam? No. Tascam's what you're listening to me on up here. That's run-of-the-mill. I'm using my Tascam for audio input. Let's clear some space off the desk. And we'll start digging through everything. Oh, this one's going to be fun though. Can't wait to get into that one. So much stuff, so many cables. Okay, we'll start with the M-Audio, shall we? Let's get us some closer up video. The M-Audio Fast Track Pro. Quite a nice little USB DAC unit, including MIDI. Camera, why do you think that's a face? Stop trying to focus on it. That's a DIN plug, not a face. I have a specific role in mind for this, and that role shall become clear once you see what else I have. But I'm sure we've all seen the M-Audio before. Let's have a look at this telly though. If I can get a wide enough shot on it. Unfortunately, I don't get to keep this one. I just have to get it working and clean it up. Which is a shame, because I'd love to keep this. But, c'est la vie. But this is a very special one. This was down in the cellar. But this is a dual format one. Yes, it's RF only. It has a little RF adapter on the back, but it's dual format in that it does... Oh, no, we don't worry about that here. It does UHF and VHF TV transmission. It does the normal British PAL 625 line, but it also does the old predecessor of it, the 405 line. So I have to get this thing working somehow. But this is the transistor TV receiver model 9-90UB from Sony. And it's all very sticky. These cables are very gooey and yeah, just feels horrible just touching it. But you've got one set of controls on the front for, I think that's for 405 line on the front. And on the side, a whole other set of controls for the other format. These are your image controls, but that's tuning for one format, that's tuning for the other format, which is kind of trippy. It's got a nice screen protector on it that's seen better days. It's not been in a lake, it's been in a cellar, which is just as bad. Been in a cellar that's in a house that's right next to the river, so it's not the driest of cellars. So that's a project that I've got coming up, is to sort that out. I've also got... Cool, that's overexposed, isn't it? Now you can see the logo. A little Mac Mini. Yeah, that'll be the first thing I work on. I've got all sorts of things here that I've got to work on. One Mac Mini. This is a Core 2 Duo 1.66 gigahertz with an entire half gig of RAM, 512 meg of RAM in a Mac Mini. Again, I have a possible use case for this, which is going to become clear when you see what else I have. But I'm gonna, just to annoy Desiac, it's in pretty good. This was in the office rather than the cellar, so it's been well looked after. Just to annoy Desiac, I'm going to save the best until right at the end, like a proper TV program that keeps you hanging on till the end. What else have I got in this bag? This bag is mostly things that I have to fix, including what's in here. There are 2 items in here, plus a power supply, which also has the magical Sony name on it. But there are 2 items in this bag which I have to, hopefully there's nothing at all wrong with them, I just need to give them a bit of a clean up. Both of them Sony, both of them small, rectangular. What do you reckon these are? Well, yes, absolutely. Especially given how... Nope, not cameras. What else does Sony make that's small and rectangular? Mini disc? For the other one, DAT. A mini disc player and a DAT player. The mini disc player fortunately has a mini disc in it, so I've got something to test it with. The DAT player I've not managed to open yet because I think it requires power in order to open. I think it's a powered opening unit on it. So I don't know if there's a tape in there or not. But yeah, those are 2 more projects that I've got coming up. I'll put those back in their bag. Keep it all together. What else have I got? I've got a random bunch of Apple networking gear. Nothing too wonderful there. Mostly stuff that I'll just probably just pull apart and look what's in it. Oh yeah, speaking of Sony hardware, another piece of refurb project. It's not mine, unfortunately, Carrot House. I've got to repair it and hand it back. Same with this rather scabby looking piece of Sony tape equipment, which is rather grubby inside. Again, I have to get this working. But this is grubby and sticky and horrible. So I don't know quite what has happened to this, but this was in the cellar. So yes, this has seen better days, and I can't get it out of its box. Come on, unclip you. There we go. Yes, this is a little worse for wear, this one, from its life in the cellar. Hopefully I can resurrect this one. Hello, Carrot House. Its foot just fell off then. It's yeah, it's covered in this crusty black yuck, which I'm thinking has probably leaked out of batteries inside it, and oh, it's just yuck. Yeah, it could be the plastic breaking down, but I don't know. It's certainly seen better days. There's a crack in the case there. We can focus on that. Yeah, case is cracked there as well. It's not happy, but hopefully internally it'll be okay. How do you eject on this one? Is it just lift? No, it's just lift. Battery pack there, I think. Oh yes, look, it's had batteries left in it. Oh, crusty. And yes, that's leaked all through everywhere in there. Not get that any brighter, can I? Oh, nice. Vinegar time indeed, yes. And I think I want to neutralise this ASAP before I do anything else. Oh, look at that go. We like the fizz show. Oh, crusty. Slides off. Ugh. Yes, this is definitely wet and horrible in here. Look at that. Oh, that does not bode well for the rest of the internals. Yep. This might be a dead Walkman, this amount of corrosion. Still fizzing away in there. Let's take this tape out, if it will. Yeah. Oh, no dear. No, that's not looking good. This is not looking good for this Walkman, I'm afraid. Let's get my microscope going. Come on, Wi-Fi connect. Not going to work today, is it? That's... Come on. Terrible signal today. No, that's not working today. Okay, let's... Oh, thinking about it. No. That is not a happy Wi-Fi microscope today. It's fine if I'm not moving it. As soon as I bring it over here... let's just move over there then. Yeah, let's focus. That's one of the spindles of the tape. And it barely moves. It's all green and crusty. Oh, that is not moving at all. That's not going to be easy to get going. Yes, it's not a happy microscope that today. I might be needing to fizz this off as well here. It's still fizzing, there's so much alkali still in there. Oh, the battery container's reasonably clean now anyway. That was a gruesome discovery, that. Oh. Yuck. Absolutely horrible, that. My IPA's nearly empty. Well, I think I've prevented any further corrosion, at least from that part of it. I'll leave that upside down for a while to drain out. That was lovely, that. Ugh, yuck. What else have I got then while that's draining? I've got a little phono preamp connected up to your turntable, connected up to your amplifier, and off you go. Nice little unit, that. The Behringer, yes. BP400. You'll notice there's very much an audio sort of feel to all this, isn't there? Because all this lot belonged to, or some still does belong to, DJ, radio DJ. So very much an audio bent to it all. Anything else in this bag that's of interest? Thousands of cables. There's an old lacy hard drive that I've got to try and get going and see if there's anything on it for him. Big box of cables and things now, though. Power supply for the Mini. Goes over there. SCSI cable. Useful. Except I've got no SCSI. Various audio cables, HDMI cables, audio adapters of all different types, which are going to come in very useful. SCART cables. There's a mini DP to HDMI adapter. Various other adapters and video cables. A couple of little Apple USB power supplies are useful to have around. SVHS cable. All sorts of things like that in here. Trying to get down through the layer of cables for the interesting stuff underneath. HD15 gender changer. Quite useful. Mega chunky phono cable. This is a phono cable. That's what we want. Not just any old phono cable. This one is a grounded phono cable. It's two shielded cables with an extra wire in between, which is just a bare thin ground wire. And the idea is that I can find it again. Little Behringer guy. What have I done with it? Buried it under cables, haven't I? Oh, there it is. The idea being, you take your preamp and you take your specialist phono cable, which goes between your record player and your preamp, and this is the ground wire then that goes between your preamp and your turntable to ground everything properly. All in one handy but chunky cable. So I thought that was interesting and useful. Right, carry on digging through the cables, including an ADB cable. Unfortunately, I don't have a single thing to plug into it, but still, it's good to find an ADB cable every so often. Right, now we're getting into interesting stuff. Underneath all these cables. What have we got? We've got some completely unused, brand new, still in the box, still sealed Apple earphone thingies. Very much an Apple guy, this guy, so there's a lot of Apple things going on here. Including an old Apple mouse. One of the little old round mice. Old ball mouse, round puck from the old iMacs. Kind of classic, that. Of absolutely no use to anybody, but still, it's a classic little mouse. I thought I'd might as well grab that. That goes with the other two Apple mice that I grabbed, more modern ones, which have seen better days. But I'm not a mouse collector, honest. So a few bits of Apple nostalgia there, including classic Apple keyboard. Unfortunately, with one key missing. But that's the mute key. Whoever needs to mute anything anyway. It's rather grubby, but I'll go with the Mac Mini. Right, getting on down through a few more cables. More cables. Onto the dregs at the bottom of the box. Including now a black iPod. Silver iPod. An iPod Touch. And a rather old and square iPhone. I've no use to man the beast, but still. And in the bottom of here now is just a load more audio adapters. That's all that's in that box. The original slide to unlock, yes. The iPhone, I've no idea which model this one is. This is the A1387. 1387. A1387 is the iPhone 4S. Oh, it's newer than I thought. iPhone 4. I was expecting 2, 1, 3. An iPhone 4 is still completely utterly useless, but still. A bit of iPhone history there. I might be able to get that going again just to see what it's like. Completely dead, of course. But I'm more interested in the iPods. I used to have a charcoal grey iPod like this. I replaced the firmware on it with Rockbox, is it called, I think? Made it a lot more usable. I never had a touch. So the touch will be fun to play with. Right, I'm running out of things to delay now, aren't I? Just have a quick cup of tea. And then I suppose I'm going to have to bring out the final item, aren't I? Which is the item that I'm probably going to spend the rest of the stream playing with. Right. A piece of 1U audio equipment. Let's zoom out. Tantalizing you with images of it. This is, let's bring my other camera down. Still can't see what it is really, can you? Okay, let's pop this off. I'll stop teasing you. This is by a company called Focusrite. And it is the Sapphire Pro 40. The Focusrite Sapphire. From what I can see, this is an absolutely phenomenal bit of kit. 8 analog inputs, digital inputs, digital outputs, analog outputs. Everything, all software controlled. Let's get a bit more brightness on this. It's got digital in and out, MIDI in and out, Firewire, optical in and out, lots of analog outputs, lots of analog inputs. Yes, pretty old by today's standards, but still for free. Like I said, it makes the M Audio look like a child's toy with the stuff this can do. But the one thing that is missing on it is USB. It is Firewire. And that is why I thought I might have a use for the little Mac Mini, which also has Firewire. I do have one PC, my XP PC, that has Firewire on it as well, which I will probably use to begin with. But I may end up actually having the Apple Mac here as a controller for it. But basically you can route any input through to any output in any combination and all sorts of amazing things with it. And this, I think, is going to sit between all my computers and my streaming computer and basically be a mixer. Probably overkill for just a bit of a mixer between those, but it should do the job nicely. I used to have a PreSonus Fire Studio project, which was essentially the PreSonus competition for that. Oh, right. Used it for years until the PSU board died. Yeah, I used to use Firewire when I was doing video work on the Apple, and it was good at the day, but USB has just overtaken it so much now. So my idea for how to use this will be to have this as the mixer, which then has its digital outputs. It's all controlled by the Apple, so it's digital outputs and inputs then go into the M audio, which has digital in and out, and then the USB of that then goes into the streaming computer. So this threesome becomes the heart of my audio system now. It also has the optical ports, but everything looks in on the M audio. You've got the optical version. Yeah, this has only got the SPDIF digital, which is fine by me. I don't have any optical cables, so but I've got plenty of SPDIF cables. So that's what I'm planning for this rather tasty bit of kit, if it works. So this has been sat under a desk for umpteen years now. I want to know what happens when I plug it in. Does it go boom? Does it do absolutely nothing? Or does it just sit there going, meh, yeah, whatever. I'm pro audio kit, I work. The power switch here somewhere. Oh, it's on the front. It's powered up. Took a few attempts for the switch to actually operate. So I suspect there might be a bit of crustiness in here. I'm seeing LEDs come on as I pump up the gain on a couple of these. So I think we have some kind of life going on. So that looks like it might be going to work. I will want a firewire cable. I managed to pick up a whole load of those as well while I was there. Oh, I certainly will do. Although I am running a bit low on contact cleaner at the moment. But this has been stored in a clean office, so it's shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be any much in the way of corrosion going on. Right, let's make a bit of room around the place. So much junk here now. Let's fill this box with Apple. I think that's all the Apple stuff. Right. Yeah, this cable is a bit crusty. Right, I need my XP computer now, don't I? The broom. My freshly upgraded and rebuilt XP computer with the AMD Phenom board in it. I have also added a Creative Audigy ZS or whatever it is sound card, which has, as it happens, Firewire. So that should do perfectly for this job. Right, I need a video. I shall need some. What? And I shall need a keyboard. And I shall need a mouse, which I'll put away. And I shall need firewire. What could go wrong indeed? I will warn you, I don't have a fire extinguisher. It goes the firewire. Okay. Power on. Power on. What I could do with is a firewire card that works with Linux, and some software for the controlling the Focusrite through Linux. But I know firewire card in Linux is no problem, but software for the Focusrite in Linux? Yeah, right. Okay, Windows XP. I have already downloaded the software for this. Oh, I know what I haven't got. I know what I need that would make this work better. Network. No, I won't be mucking around with audio interfaces in Linux on stream. Unless I try getting the M audio going, which should just be plug it in and it works. Let's. Ah, there we go. It's woken up. And drivers. And audio. And Focusrite. It's found the Focusrite Sapphire. So the firewire is obviously working. Except it won't install. That could not call proc. Okay. That was an abortion. Let's see. There's an older version available. Where are we? Pro 40. Sapphire Pro 40 downloads for Windows. That was 3.7. There's 3.4 and 2.4. I'm going to go for the oldest, 2.4. Onto my NAS. Downloads. What's it called? It was called Sapphire Mix Controller. Capital-S. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, it's a lowercase f. I can't see because of the lights. Right. Let's try that again. Drivers, audio, Focusrite. Go away. 243. Take 2. That looks a bit better. Firewire active light has just lit up on the front of it. That's a good sign. Sapphire MIDI. Will XP take forever to install drivers? Doesn't help that it's on spinning rust, of course. I'm going to have to try the MIDI out on this, aren't I? What's that via MIDI? Let's see if I can find a MIDI cable. Yes. Would be long enough. Oh, might just reach. On here. In one. Yeah, spinning rust has its place. On most systems, I do tend to use some form of solid state drive, be it an actual SSD or an SD card. But on this computer, it's definitely spinning rust. Okay, MIDI should be connected now. Continue. Wrong mouse. Continue. Set my keyboard up for general MIDI mode on. Okay. Yes. No hardware connected. I think it's still installing, isn't it? Hard drive light still going like the clappers. On Saturday's video, non-lovers of spinning rust will have a field day. So it's something with solid state, I assume then. Discon module, Discon chip. It's out of date. Yes, I know. So is the whole. I mean, this version of Sapphire Mix Control is out of date with respect to the connected device. Oh, it wants a newer version for this device. Right, let's try then the third option, 3.4. Please disconnect your Sapphire hardware to continue installation. Okay. It's done. Right, I shall reconnect. Turn it on. Found new hardware. This is looking more hopeful. It's finding more devices. Sapphire audio. Rated Sapphire MIDI. More MIDI. So much simpler under Linux. Either it works out of the box or it doesn't work and you give up because you never bother trying. No, go away. Well, there we have Sapphire. A bit bigger than will fit on the screen. Not sure I can get any higher resolution at the moment because of the way the Extron is configured. But yeah, this is a rather groovy bit of kit. But what I just want to do first is sounds and audio devices. Audio MIDI playback. Should go to there, I think. And let's find some MIDI. Nope, nothing happening. That might be Windows being stupid. It might be this plugged into the wrong port. Or it might be a dodgy cable. Let's find a different cable. Which way around did this go? Yeah, that's right. MIDI works. That works. What else have we got? down. Well, I'm happy that the MIDI works anyway. That's the important thing. Well, right. So how do we then configure this? And you're off to work then, okie dokie then. Now you know what's in the box. You're happy. I'm going to be sat here for a while working out how to configure this to my liking, which I think will pretty much be setting the pan on all 8 analog inputs. Which I'm finding difficult on this tiny little view that I have. Full screen projector view on there, that's a bit better. Right. So inputs 1 to 8 are the analog inputs from what I've read. So if I just panel those left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I could really very much do with a higher resolution screen on this. So let's change the resolution of the Extron. Take it up to 1280 by 1024, I think I want. Okay. And then if I change my capture resolution to 1280 by 124. Everything crashes, doesn't it, of course. I forgot that happened. When I change the resolution while streaming, everything goes up its own backside. Open the computer, unplug it, plug it back in, and it might come back again. There we go. And now I need to 1280 by 124 on the Extron. But of course, the computer doesn't know that it can do a higher resolution now. So I'm going to have to shut it down and reboot it. So my idea for setting this up is I'm going to have all 8 inputs basically set as left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Then all the lefts I will route to one output, and all the rights I shall route to another output. Which should then basically give me 4 stereo pairs. Those outputs will be mirrored to the digital outputs, which will then go to here. I will then also have the digital out from this going to the digital in on that, which I shall then route through to another pair of outputs, which will then go to the amplifier. And I think that all the analog inputs I'll send to the amplifier as well, so that I can hear things locally. Then all my computers will go into the analog inputs. It'll then sample it all, send it through to the streaming computer. The streaming computer can then send stuff back, and then all the sound will all mix together and come out through the speakers. That's what I'm thinking. Then I've got individual knobs on the front for controlling the volume of each analog channel. I hope. Right. I'm in a higher resolution now, aren't I? Much higher resolution. So much higher, I can't see what I'm doing anymore. Right, this is now showing so much more. Right. I see that needs to go to analog in 1. This one goes to analog in 2. And these are the 2 that are on the front here. Those, it looks like they are, yes. Ah, nicely spotted. Yeah, that's linked the balance. And I've got one slider here to gain. I don't know how that affects the, or is affected by the gain knobs on the front. If I just take that up to 0. Set these all to 0. Okay, this is 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, I need to do that. The output of the mix is now stereo. Mix one left, mix one right. Yep, there we go. Right, so line outputs 3 and 4 I shall have as mix one left. No, do I want? No. I want SP diff, don't I? Output 1 left, output 2 right. Is the hardware control... Oh, HW control. No idea. That was on. I'm going to get a microphone. And I will plug it in. I'm not sure I've got a suitable XLR actually for this. Probably have somewhere, but it will take unbalanced inputs as well. Plug this into input 1. One, testing, nothing that. I don't know if this microphone even works. I think I have had it working. I'm seeing, 1, 1, 1, 2. I am seeing activity when I tap on here. It's not a great microphone, this one. I have to pretty much stick it right in my mouth for it to pick anything up. And the second channel, anything on that? Hello, 1, 2. Turn up the gain on the front. Right, so the gain on the front seems to be independent of the mix gain on here, on the software. So I think it's set the... I'm going to set these to maximum. With the right mouse, it would help. I just crank these right up. And then I can turn them down on the front. I think that's the plan. Right. So I've got my mix 1 going out through this SP diff. I then want my mix 3, next mix, to have all of these as well. Plus 2 channels from the digital audio workstation input. And I shall take those out through line outputs 3 and 4. Levels weren't showing. Oh, that'll be because, oh, you mean this here? That's because it was turned down. Yes, I want that to go out through line output 3 and 4. I also want to go out through the 7 and 8, I think it is. Which should give me the headphone monitor output on the front, I hope. Trying to get my headphones out from my amplifier. We're all tangled through everything. Crash, crash, bang, dropping everything. Right, headphones. Microphone. Nothing coming out. Not sure this is set up right here. Monitor preset, stereo. No, nothing coming in there. Phones 1 and 2. Ah, hang on, is it this that I want? No. Add it to here. Nope. Three left is on line output 7, which there's also some monitor outputs on the back. Ah, I'm hearing a hiss. Oh yes, I'm hearing that. Right, so the monitor's coming out on the back on there. I'm hearing a lot of hiss, but I think that's this microphone. It's a very noisy, rubbish microphone. But that's... Right, monitor 1 is on the back. What is monitor 1 on the front? Headphones 1. Actually, let's just plug this in again at the back. That was that one. Puts muxes. 3 left. Gives me this microphone. But not that one. Mix 3 right, nothing. Mix 3 right is there. Oh, hang on, I've got that on mono. I'm confused by this. This is where I'm plugged in at the back. So it's not these at the front. can twiddle the monitor volume on the front here, and it changes the knob on the screen. That's nice. But what about these headphone outputs on the front? How do I route to those? You'd expect it to be these ones with the headphones next to it. I'm on Mux 3 left at the moment. Everything there is Mux 3 left. Nothing yet. No. 3 left on everything there. Three left, no, nothing there. Nope. Right, I'm pretty sure that's how I want those ones. I would have thought 7 and 8 should be headphones, but looking at the back of the unit, all these outputs 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10 are these ones here. 1 and 2 are these monitor ones here. So that's it, sort of outputs 1 to 10 there. But where are the headphones? One, there we go. What have we got in settings? No. That's the dim button on the front, that's the mute button on the front. The monitor volume. I don't know what these do. They turn it on. There we go. That's 7 and 8 I'm plugged into now. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Aha, it likes to be this way around, I think. Not a great microphone, this one. Right, I think I have this set up possibly correctly now. If I'm lucky. So I've got Mix 1 is set up to have the 4 analog inputs. I shall mute that one on here. It doesn't carry through, does it? No. The 4 stereo analog inputs are routing through specifically to the SPDIF. and nothing else. Mix 3 has the same analog inputs plus 2 from the computer going through to line outputs 3 and 4 and to the 7 and 8 come through to the headphone on the front. Which I think should be it. Save to hardware, there we go. That should now be written into the unit itself. So if I close that, turn it off, turn it on, fingers crossed. Whoa. Fingers crossed it just works. That seems to be right. I can hear myself. Now I go back into Sapphire Mix Control, and yep, there it all is. It's all still there. With individual control of every channel on the knobs on the front, which are separate to the settings in the control panel. Because that's the volumes for the individual mix rather than the input. These are the input gains, that's the mix gain. Right. You think I should enable 3 and 4 in here as well? Possibly. It can't hurt. I'll save that to hardware again. Maybe I should plug in at the back and see if I can hear. Albeit quietly. Yes, I can. So that's definitely coming out from there. That's good. Right. So this is then going to have to go into the M audio. I need a power supply for this. Take the headphones off now, don't need those. Well, that's one thing I will need to add. It's not the door here that I want. It's the SP-diff inputs that I want here. That's what I actually want, SP-diff. Oops, wrong button. Actually, what I will do is not have this on +6. I shall set that to 0. There we go. So I don't want that being overpowered and distorting from the computer. Save to hardware. Right, so I need a power supply for the M audio. Which is easier said than done. Power supply box. Oh! I'm looking for a 9-volt centre positive. Tangled up is headphone wires now. Right. Magnifying glass gone. There we go. What have we got here? 5 volts. 12 volts. Connector anyway. 15 volts, no. 12 volts, no. 5, no. 5, no. 5. That gear, that'd be 12. That gear, that'd be 12. 18, no, definitely not. 15, no, 50 VA, 6 volts, no. 12. 9 volts, 500 milliamps, centre positive. No connector on it, but I can add a connector. Right, so I found a power supply. Be nice if I could find one that's got it all in one. Start taking these out to find the one I want, aren't I? Five volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt. 5 volt. Too many 5 volts. That's going to be a 5 volt, isn't it? No, 12 volts. 5. 5. 5. Net gear has to be 12. Yeah. 12. 5. 3.2. No. 5. 5. 4 with 5s and 12s. 12. Oh, that's that 18 one again. Oh. 23, no. 15. 12. Looking hopeful. 6. 12. 5. The universal one, but it's got no connector, no cable for it. 5. 5. Another 5. That's another 5. Net gear, that'll be a 12. Yeah. The net gear, that'll be a 12. 6. 5. Running out of options. 5. What's this great fat lump? 13. One of these. Well, I think that's the only one there. That's one without a connector. I think it says 500 milliamps. Yeah, 500 milliamps that needs, and this can do 500 milliamps, so that's good. So I'm going to have to put a connector on this. Judging by the weight of this power supply, this is a linear one rather than a switching one, which would be good for audio. A big fat transformer and a rectifier, and that's about it really. Although this will probably work more than happily off 12 volts. But I'll stick to what it's supposed to have. Optimus Prime. That's who I'm calling a fat transformer. Which transformer can convert into a Netgear router? Because that's what this is from. Or certainly something Netgear anyway. Not necessarily a router, but some Netgear device. Right, where are we? Get the right screen up so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to need a sacrificial one. One of my many 12 volt net gears will do the job, I suspect. Nope, it's the wrong size. That is awkward. So, hang on a moment. Tangled up in this lot here, I may have the answer. I did find this universal one, which can do 9 volts with nothing plugged into it, but I've just found the cable for it. So this can do, it can only do 300 milliamps, so that's not really good enough. But it does have a cable that will plug in. I could combine the two. It's the only, as far as I know, the only other connector I have like this. This one doesn't. The only other connector I have like this is on my bench power supply. So, and I could use my bench power supply for the moment, but I may have to solder on the universal power one onto that to get that going. Let's set that to 9 volts, turn it on, turn the power on. That's idling at 180 milliamps. That's not too bad. Blue LED. Let's find 2 suitable cables. This width. They look pretty good. Nice, reasonable quality phono cables for SPDIF. Okay, SPDIF out into SPDIF in. SPDIF out into SPDIF in. Hello, Spice Orange. How are you doing? Welcome to the madness that is this channel. Trying to get some pro audio digital mixing stuff working on my computer for improving my ability to stream audio. Couch flies out of the way. Back in the box. This is the Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40, by the way, which I'm connecting to an M Audio Fast Track Pro through digital SPDIF to then connect, hopefully, to my Linux computer as an audio input and output. And I shall need a USB cable. The Focusrite can do its own digital audio, but unfortunately it is Firewire only. So I am using the M Audio as a go-between, basically. Right, I wonder if that has worked. No. Not detecting. That's probably the port it's plugged into. That's better. Fast Track Pro, M Audio. It's been detected. Right. Now, if I go and add a new audio input capture. I think that is what I need. Let's go and configure it if it will. Configure audio devices. Here we go. Recording devices. Audio fast track. Analog stereo duplex. Stereo duplex channel B, ABA, channel A, Pro Audio. No, it's not giving me digital. Analog stereo duplex. There we go. No, that's line out. Audio. No, it's just not giving me digital. That's not good. Two stereo channels. Stereo output A, stereo output on there. But I'm not seeing anywhere the ability to do anything digital on here. Why not? Okay, I'm going to have to ask Google, I think. Linux Audio Fast Track Pro PD. Something else, a mixer. Fast Track Pro doesn't have any controls, apparently. Okay. Looks to be a separate device. I am seeing two devices, definitely. You're not seeing a single thing that I'm doing here, are you? Maybe I should move it all onto the other screen so that you've got something interesting to look at. Yeah, in Alsa I am seeing two cards. In audio setup I am seeing two separate channel settings. There's nothing anywhere for any audio, for any digital rather. And on input, I'm only seeing one input. On things like my Tascam, I'm seeing it as digital input SPDIF, digital stereo input, but not seeing that for the M audio. Google relating to it. That's gone over there. Wondering if I play something. Game installed? Yeah, M player on. Oh, where did that just come out from? That came out through my headphones. My headphones are plugged into the Focusrite, which is must be getting its input from the M audio, so it must just be working without it being set to digital. Okay. So I think there is no configuration on this. I just plug it in and it's going on digital regardless. That's good. I'm happy with that. So if I were to add, I will accept the win, Carrot House, definitely. Let's go back to my desk here where I've got an extra audio input. See if I can get this coming in from the analog stereo channel A. No. MS2109. No. Digital default. No, default is rubbish. Now this time I might need some configuration for an audio fast track. There. So hang on, where's recording devices? Fast track's just disappeared. No. Set that as default. Watch me mouse again. Can never find my mouse. Where was I? Yes, into here. Let's try setting that to default. Nothing coming up on there. Hearing's on the headphones. That's going through to the monitor. Try that on. I think that might be doing something now. Possibly. No, it's not. As soon as I change it to channel B, it disappears. What is going on with this thing? Ah, yeah, you're hearing it, aren't you? Hang on. That's my fault. Let's just shut that up. You switched over to the Tascam on full blast, I think. Switch that to Pro Audio. Gives me two inputs separate on there, and two inputs separate on there. Right, now I'm seeing... Ah! Now I'm seeing that. You should now be hearing me on my microphone here through just one speaker. It will be a bit noisy because it's up on absolute maximum at the moment. Let's turn that down. That's coming in through the audio on digital now. But I'm not sure if I've got output working again now, have I? No, that's going out through my main speakers. Because I need to set, is it that one as the default? No, is it that one as the default? That's the one. My desk is giving you anxiety. You mean the messiness of it? You haven't seen anything. It's piled high with all sorts of stuff here. Right, so I've got audio output working. Yeah, I've got it turned down a bit actually. It's also a very rubbish microphone, really. I'll switch back to the Tascam, I think. Where's my mouse gone? Come back, mouse. You're up there, are you? Okay. Okay, we're back on the Tascam now. Right. I think that's working. Possibly. You can't hear me? Ah. Definitely no palm for you then. I'm wondering if there's settings on here for setting the volume as well. Possibly. There might be. Right. Now, if I were to get an adapter, which I won't be able to find, a pair of adapters rather, should be in this bag somewhere. Maybe. I'm looking for. A pair of these should do the job. Put those in the back of there. And now I need a phone out jack cable. Which can go into the back of my XP computer for now. That hole there, I think. Turn that channel down. Turn that back on. Now if I come to back to Windows XP, get the right one so it's the right size. Grab any old sound file and turn up channels 3 and 4 on here a bit. Do I get anything? No. Not seeing anything. Am I in the right sockets here? Yeah. Might be the wrong socket on the back of the computer though. Right, better turn this down just in case. Ooh, I think something might have happened. I've got one channel working, I think. Ah, something going on there. I'm hearing things my end. One of these must be the Windows startup sound, but I can't read them on this little screen. That's better, I can see it now. I want. Right. I'm hearing it, but you're not. Plus, I appear to be hearing it in mono. Screen projector. Let's get that back up to full size so I can see what I'm doing. Right, mix one. Left and right there. Definitely stereo audio going through to the output on there. Ah, I've got mix 3 left twice, that's why. Now I should be hearing it in stereo on here. Yep, that's better for me. But why are you not getting anything on here? Because this one hasn't got the audio, has it? Of course. Let's turn it down. Don't blow your ears out. We have sound. That is exactly what I wish to achieve. That is inputs 3 and 4 through the back of the Sapphire Pro 40. Converted to digital into the audio, down USB into the streaming computer. Before I do anything else, I shall go File, Save to Hardware. Save that configuration. Right. All that's left for me to do with this now is sort out a proper power supply and install it all into the rack at the top. Well, not rack, the stack up at the top there. I could do with a rack now for all this lot. I won't have MIDI on this anymore, but I should have MIDI on the... Thinking about it, I should have MIDI on the audio now. Linux. So if that goes into MIDI out on here, just turned that off accidentally. That might have killed everything. No, that's still working. Right. Yes, I want to see if I can do anything MIDI-wise on Linux through this. I do have a Fast Track Pro MIDI output port. Not sure if I've got mute score on here, have I? No. Don't think I've got a Linux MIDI player installed. Have I? Yes, I have. But have I got any MIDI files? Gosh. Actually, no, I know where there are some. If I go A play MIDI, 480 is the fast track. Port 480 and I got that won't match. I could do. Yep. That seems to be playing a bit slow. But MIDI works on the M Audio. That was Canyon, not Passport, and yes, it was playing very slow. Let's try Passport. For some reason, A play MIDI is playing everything very slowly. I've never really used A play MIDI before. What else have I got? On stop. I'm not in the right mode here. That's why things are sounding awful. MIDI. GM mode on. Within reason, yes. This one's playing a bit quick, I think. Need a panic button on it. I have no idea. I think it's just the A play MIDI is just messing it up. It doesn't like the files. I wonder if I think I've got a cable that I can connect to the keyboard to bring it straight out to the mixer now, have I? I need a stereo 1/4-inch jack, and I don't think I have such. Do I? Oh, or do I? I might have an adapter actually. No, that's mono. Mono and the opposite direction, so there's that. No, in there. Where's that bag of adapters gone? There might be one in there. Oh, you want Winamp? Oh, right. Well, I can do that. Yes. I'd have to install Winamp first. Find my mouse so I can get this up to size. Keyboard. Where is it? In applications. A little slow installing over the network. Just installed a load of rubbish then. Good old days of bundled spam in the software. Turn off that. Malware Bytes is moaning. Where are we? I want to bring this back up to full size again so I can see what it's saying. Some direct. It's quarantined some of the rubbish that it installed. Good old Malware Bytes. I like Malware Bytes.
Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass.
Are you happy now? Right. Everything here is working. Go away, just because it's stopped you installing stuff. Yeah. How many times are you going to tell me? Right. So now my job is to make a power supply for it, for the M Audio. So I can't be using my bench power supply all the time for this. So I'll take this 500 milliamp Netgear 9-volt adapter, add to it this universal adapter. Which also has a 9-volt battery clip as well, which would be useful on a 9-volt supply. Let's turn all this off. We want that view. We can go up there. Unplug that. Don't need firewire in there anymore. Unplug the audio. Unplug the MIDI. Headphones. Stack of audio equipment away. Plug in my soldering iron. Ooh. Flurry of activity there. Solder. Heat shrink. Multimeter. That plug. Let's just plug this in and see if it is actually working first before I try actually using it. That might be a no. Although, hang on, have I got the right cable here? Well, it's better if I get the right cable. Right, that's giving me 13 volts on here from a 9-volt adapter. But that's unloaded. This will be an unregulated adapter. Let's get a resistor. 10k, a bit light perhaps. Taking it down to 12 volts. .5 volts. Whoa, the very hot 10 ohm resistor there. Reasonable. They're all 10k, they're all far too big. I have a 1k. I think. Yeah, like a 1k. 1k gives me 9 volts here. That gets pretty hot as well. I think, well, I'm hoping that'll be okay. So on this one, not much to identify the wires. Ah, there we go, there's a white stripe there. white stripe is positive on that one. The centre on here is a white stripe. That's good. White stripe to white stripe. It. Okay, white stripe to white stripe. Some random amount of solder. And now the heat down the wire has caused the heat shrink to shrink, so I can't slide it anymore. Great. I may have to trim that. Right, if all is well, I should have a centre positive power supply now. Yep, that's positive centre. Right. Moment of truth, what happens if I plug it into the M audio? Does it explode? Or does it not care that it's not particularly well regulated? It lights up. No smoke. I think that'll work. I hope that'll work. Right. Beast back in. Connect up the SP diffs. Connect up the USB. Power. Booting up. What else do we need? Audio from the computer. Bit of a dodgy connection, this one. And video capture. Seeing LEDs flickering on the front of the mixer. Ah, no. Let's turn the audio on, shall we? I'm now seeing. Hey, there we go. I have no idea how that's sounding. Did that sound good, or was it all buzzy and horrible? Excellent. Right, so we've got power supply, we've got M audio, we've got Focusrite working. It's all configured. This is all ready to go into the stack of equipment up there then, which is a mammoth task all of its own. Do I dance? Not on your life. Oh, yeah, I wanted to try and find an adapter, didn't I? You've got mono ones. In the bottom of here. No, I'm going to have to get myself a stereo adapter, aren't I, for this? For the keyboard. There's no suitable cables. Sort these out a bit. It's a balanced XLR to 3.5mm jack. in audio cables. Unbalanced 1/4" jack to XLR. Network cable goes in the cupboard. A rather dusty orange looking phono. Power cable box set. Yeah, no, that's HDMI. HDMI. That's video. That's power. That's a nice and long USB. That's useful. That's file wire. Oh, the XP setup music. Oh, blimey. No idea where that is. HDMI. It's 5-pin DINT phonos. It's a useful audio cable. Apparently, right. See Windows 732 OOBE images. Let's get me some bigger screen so I can see what I'm doing. I can hear now. That's nice on here now. Combination of the Audigy and the Focusrite, studio headphones. My teeth are rattling now. Not in the slightest. I just hope that doesn't get content matched. Tomorrow, that's a Friday. Traditionally, that's been archiving, but who knows? I know this weekend he wants to see if he can get one of the Sinclairs from the Redeems done. Whether he'll do that tomorrow, I don't know. But I said traditionally his Friday stream should be archiving, but it hasn't been recently. It's been all sorts of things. So who knows? Who knows? It'll be fun, whatever it is. The downside better than my streams, that's for sure. Then he's got the equipment for it and the space for it. I've just got a corner of the room. Right, of course, nearly 10 o'clock. I'm going to have to go. It's past my bedtime. I need my beauty sleep. It's taken a lot of tweaking to get it up to this level. But yeah, it's getting there, and now that I've got this nice little Focusrite toy and the M Audio, it should improve things no end. Although I haven't really done much in the way of audio capture, but still, it'll give me the flexibility to do it now. So, right, yeah, time for me to finish off, I think. See if I can shut Windows down. Outro time indeed. And I wonder where my outro music's going to come out. Is it going to come out from my main setup there, or is it going to come out down here? I shall find out in a moment. But I don't want it too loud because I talk over it. And I can't have a different volume setting in different scenes in OBS, unfortunately. Or not easily, I don't think. I might be able to script it, possibly. Otherwise I'd have it come back up in volume when I switch out to the talky bit, but I can certainly turn it up a bit. So anyway, here we go. Let's turn that up a bit. And it's coming out on my headphones down here through the Focusrite. I can hear it now, nicely. Haha. No, you don't have to hear me. Cheerio. If you enjoyed this stream, you might like to follow me to see when I get... No, I can't talk whilst listening to it. If you enjoyed this stream, you might like to follow me to get notified when I'm streaming next, which should be next Monday, where I'm probably going to be looking at one of these things, either one of these Sony Walkman jobbies or the rather funky Sony CRT TV. Trying to get those going. If you really enjoyed it, you might like to sign up on Patreon, where you'll then get your name in this scrolly bit down here, and early access to any videos that I release, and my unending thanks. You'll also find me on YouTube and Discord, and most of you I'll probably see tomorrow on Shelby's stream. So thank you very much for joining me, and it's been great fun tinkering with this Focusrite and the M Audio. So yes, I shall see you Monday or tomorrow or whenever. Have a good one. Cheerio.